Ah, there you go. Well, again, today I've managed to track down a really rare beast. And I've already unpacked it a little bit, but let me just open up this box and look what I have over here. Oh, this is a big boy, a big brute. Let me just get rid of that. Take this out, take that out. Okay, so what do we have over here? We have the 5720 switch, 5720 MW switch. There are 4 switches in this particular range, in the 5720 range. There's 2 24 ports and 2 48 port switches. PoE 803 802.3 BT on each one of them, which means each of these ports can supply up to 90 watts of power. That means it just opens up a whole lot of capabilities, digital signage, very big CCTV cameras with pan, tilt, zoom, all of those. You can have that on all of these particular ports. Now, just looking at this front and back, you can see that on the back it's got 4 fans. These are removable fans over here, 4 of these, and that comes of course with the product. You'll see a power supply on this one, but the product does not actually ship with the power supply at all. This is really important to know. The power supply looks like that, and you get 3 types of power supplies. You get the 750 watt, you get the 1100 watt, and you can get the 2000 watt power supplies. Now, why don't we ship with it? Because the customer who is buying this would buy for a very specific purpose. And if they are managing large networks with PoE devices, they might want to put 2 of these over here. So that gives you a massive PoE budget. I did the calculation, and if every one of these ports was using a 90 watt device hanging off it, it would give you 40. On a 48 port switch, it would give you 40 ports. That is a lot of ports. So that's why these are separate items when you order them. So that's the back of the device. The 2 models are the MW models. They are the 24 and the 48. And then you get the MXW. Now, the difference between those is simply that the X versions, they have on the back the ability to plug in an SSD drive, a solid state drive. And that allows you to have a VM running within the switch without affecting the capabilities of the switch. You can see and imagine how that feature is going to develop over time, but it's quite an incredible capability. These are, we market them as high-end edge switches. They're also called aggregation switches, but in reality, all the ports are copper, both on the 24 and the 48. So that's the main difference between them. All MACsec capable switches as well. There's management ports on the front. These devices also have, if you look at this device, I'll open this up over here, but if you need to open this device, you just press and open the device. Look at the build quality of something like this. You know, they talk about Apple being, beautiful build, but look at the quality of that. Really, really nice, robust. The airflow on these is from front to back. So front to back airflow, which is generally speaking what most of these switches have. We have others that are front to back as well. Beautiful purple color. Not that color matters, of course, but it's nice to have something as beautiful as that in your server room. Now, these switches also have 2 stacking ports. By the way, all these ports over here, the VIM module and the stacking ports, they are unpopulated. They are unpopulated. So you have to buy these as optional extras as well. They can be stackable. So why would you stack them? Well, if you got an environment where you need to have lots of these switches or lots of ports, you can stack them up to 8 up to 8 devices. So you can make a port, you can make 8 switches behave as if they were one switch with one IP address, etc., etc. So that is the capabilities of this switch. High-end switch, high-end for edge switching. That's the main purpose of this. Great switch, great device. You can start ordering them now. The stacking, apart from this feature, it has other useful uses. For example, if I take another one of these, for example, another extreme switch, and I place it on the floor, right? And then I take another one. I now have 2 switches and I can stack them as well, right? And they help somebody short like me to become a little bit taller like Ed Meyercourt. But hang on, that's not all. If I take another one, thank you to my lovely assistant over here, another extreme switch, beautiful switch. They are so well built that they can take a nice robust man like me and make me even taller. So stacking, lot of wonderful features. This is one of them.